Okay, let's start the podcast. Hello, folks, and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland. I'm your co-host, Denali. You know, what of it?
Yeah, and I'm your co-host Ryan. I'm totally normal. I feel fine.
You itching so much?
Bone.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
is he
Jason,
saying?
do you say,
Private
you say
Bone?
He's saying his name is Bone. You didn't say any other context. Is your name Bone?
No.
Oh,
You just wanted to say Bone.
Yeah.
well,
It's
don't
just
get
a
me
little
excited,
confusing
man.
for our audience.
They'll understand soon.
Yeah, I guess if they okay.
Was
well,
that the
what's your-
joke? Was that the joke in the movie that
was
they were using the word bone over and over again, and it's
Yeah.
only funny because it's not actually slang, but it's about
What are you talking about?
dog
What
people?
Are you making a really niche
what are you
reference to the
talking about?
movie
Yeah.
Dog Soldiers?
I
Or are you
am.
trying to make
Yeah, I'm making they kept calling things bone. They were like, "That's bone," to the
Yeah,
point
okay,
where
I do remember this, yeah.
the lead actress is like, "What does that mean?" And they were like, "Oh, means it's bad." And
I think
you
it's bad
reacting in
when-
a funny way when you were pretending to be a werewolf makes me think that they made that joke.
Oh,
Because
I didn't
the-
even think about that
Dogs.
until now. Yeah.
I didn't
because they're
either.
fighting dogs.
Yeah.
Dogmen.
Yeah.
They said Bone.
Fighting, you get it? We're fighting dog men. So I said bone because it's a very niche slang for
It's
when
funny.
things aren't that great. And my best friend just got eaten by 16 dog people. And so I said, that's bone.
My life is all
Don't you
about top.
fucking get it?
Okay, top bands.
No bones about it, dude. It's fucking. We got a new slang term for every situation we're in. Welcome to our show. I didn't say the movie at the top. We watched Dog Soldiers, folks. Dog Soldiers from 2002, the hit British horror action movie.
Hit
Available
is in quotations.
wherever you get your movies. Yeah. Folks, this is a werewolf movie. All right. This is our first, I believe, a werewolf movie that we've seen as a group on this podcast.
Is that true?
We've
We've
done
watched
a lot.
over 100 movies.
We've
Not
done
a
a lot of
single one has been a.
dog movie. Nothing's had a werewolf. So I just, you
We
guys like
watched a
werewolves?
whole season of dog movies.
Yeah, wasn't a single werewolf in there. 'Cause I
Ooh.
think werewolf is its own genre.
What about the only thing that I could think of would be the Halloween horror anthology movie. That would be the one movie we've watched that has
Trick or
a
Treat.
werewolf in it. Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
There is.
Werewolf movie.
I'm
Dude,
not-
you just got werewolfed.
Well,
That was not a werewolf movie.
You just got boned.
no, you can't say boned.
See,
It's
What?
boned.
That's a usage
no,
of the
it's
word
not
bone.
a verb. It's not a verb. It's like that is bone. You can't say I just got
This is
boned. All right?
boned.
That's yeah. What you
I
just did is
boned
bone.
myself.
No, you can't. No. That's not.
What?
How,
Now I'm using
can't
it the way
say
you're using it.
You can't say you boned yourself. all
That's
right?
why
a
I'm
different-
using it the way you just said that I could use it.
No. You used it in a way that's bone. See, I just used it correctly.
What's the difference between the way I'm using it and the way you're using it?
You're making it sound like you fucked something.
stop boning him, man.
Yeah.
No, Jason. Now we're in that
Yeah.
territory again. Bone is not a verb. Bone.
Then what is it? You just did a verb me.
Did an
Okay, it's a noun.
adverb?
It's a noun. Bone is a noun.
Bone's a noun.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
am
know.
bone.
You don't get to be bone.
Jace is bone. We're all bone. All right. Okay. You guys like werewolves? Yes from Jace.
Yeah. That's a yes from me.
You guys fuck with werewolves. Yeah. I fucking love werewolves. Like I watched
Really?
The Wolfman from the 1930s when I was like 7 years old. And I've been werewolf pilled my whole life. Like I've always
There's a-
like been team werewolf.
There's a new Wolfman coming out.
Oh shit, there is. They're kind of
Yeah.
redoing all the older ones, aren't they? Nosferatu, Wolfman,
Yep, that's Lamar.
and many others.
Werewolf probably not my honestly
Yeah.
the werewolf in What We Do in the Shadows.
Is
That depiction
so
of
good.
them is fucking hilarious.
werewolves are probably my number 2
Okay,
real life fear
really?
from like critter. You know, like a
Right.
cryptid sort of thing.
Yes. Being
It's the
attacked
thing
by a
I'm
werewolf.
scared of, probably the second most, apart from aliens.
That's really high. 2?
Really high. So my fears go into categories, right?
Yeah,
like
okay, yeah.
aliens. It's I'm scarred from when I was a child.
Yeah, that's realistic too, because like
They
you know,
could
it's
be
like
real.
anything could be out
They
there,
could be real.
right? Werewolves have to be on Earth.
Werewolves are in the camp of they're not real for me,
Okay.
but I also put them in with like skinwalkers and wendigos. So
that's different, man. That's
but it's a broad category,
okay.
and I'm scared of those so much.
Yeah.
I don't even like walking my dog at night.
Wow, you think a werewolf's in?
No, but if they're gonna be, this is where they're gonna be.
Okay.
Thanks for doxing me, by the way.
Okay. I'll bleep it out.
Doxing? Anybody? Ooh.
Oh, good dog.
Somebody be like walking behind Ryan at night, a little bit fast paced. He'd turn around with some pepper spray in his hands. The person would be like, "Whoa!" You're like, "Oh, thought you were a werewolf. Sorry."
I mean, you guys, like, there's always that age-old question: would you be a vampire or would you be a werewolf? Right? Like, what would you pick? I was thinking about this because this was kind of the question back in like the Twilight days, even because that was kind of a vampire v werewolf. We also had Van Helsing, a famous vampire werewolf head to head. But I think like if werewolves could be immortal, I think they edge out vampires. For me, I think the werewolf lifestyle is a lot cooler.
When are werewolves ever immortal?
I don't know, they're like supernatural, man. I mean,
I think I'm on Jason's page. That's like vampires get immortal and werewolves being kick ass.
If vampires could walk in the sun, I'd be a vampire. You know, it's not a fair, you know.
Some vampires walk in the sun. Edward could. You're right. Okay, you're right. I think quality-wise, werewolf is high. All right, quantity. The vampire sucks. Like vampire sucks to live. Like I think because you can't eat food. You got to suck blood and you got to kill people.
You got to kill people. Yeah. I think the once a month wild and out is actually pretty cool.
There
like imagine you have a buddy and he's like,
yeah,
hey man, every 28 days I just go absolutely bonkers. And you're like, I respect that.
Yeah.
He's like, I chain myself to a tree because if I don't, I'll just go nuts.
that's a lot more than I was expecting. I thought you just kind of like, you know, you go to the clubs or like you kind of drink.
I go to the park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
With a big toe chain.
My favorite park in the middle of New York City. And I put myself on a chain because I feel fine about going to a park because it's not where people are, but it's in the middle of New York City, so there are a lot of people. And then I eat people who pass by. And I leave a little hat out, and people leave me money.
I chain to a tree, and I have a little bucket full of Halloween candy, and they think I'm a prop. And then they reach for the candy, and then I eat them, and that's how I kind of eat in New York.
That's my grift.
That's my.
Follow me on TikTok.
I feel like if werewolves were real, there would be a legit startup for like a freak out room, like a room where you can just be a werewolf. For
like a smash room.
Yeah, smash room, but it's like filled with like goats. And like, you know, like fried chicken and like Korean barbecue, just like a bunch of shit that they could eat and enjoy.
And this is what I like about werewolves is that vampires are always killing people. And people are like, oh, this werewolf killed my sheep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you were going to do the same thing.
Right, dude.
So like, I have a lot, like the werewolves, I don't know. I feel much more, I don't feel so icky when I'm talking about, would I be a werewolf? You know?
Yeah, I mean, werewolves can't control it either, right? Because vampires are like they're fully cognizant.
Doesn't kind of suck though. Like what?
Suck.
Are you not really getting anything out of that deal? You're just like I'm choosing to live my life as a guy who turns into a wolf one time a month, and I don't get any other benefit.
Dude. Once a month.
That's hella cool.
You wake up.
Plus, imagine you're at a party.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, hey man, do the thing.
Yeah.
You gotta chain me. You gotta chain me down first.
I don't really want to do the thing. No man, do the thing.
Do it.
I don't have a chain. And they're like, we got a chain in the garage.
Do it.
They're like, you gotta do it, dude. Becky's here. You gotta show Becky.
Becky's here?
Yeah,
I guess I can
here,
do it
dude.
a little.
Okay, man. All right, let's do it, man. Let's get hyped.
Wait, isn't this the plot of Teen Wolf where they think the wolf is cooler than the guy?
Yeah. You gotta do it, man.
Yeah, I mean,
honey, we gotta move again.
Like, I'm trying to think of the lifestyle, Jace, because like you mentioned, like once a month you wake up on the ground, you're completely naked, covered in hair and blood and who knows what, and you turn on the news.
And now imagine if you were a werewolf.
Yeah. And now you have an out, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have an out, and you just have the muscle memory of what happened. You don't have any mental memory. You see, and they say crazed wolf man eats a whole bodega. And then, you know,
and you just got bits of bodega on you. You're like,
like this deli ham.
He's like salami.
He didn't kill anybody. He ate a whole fucking prosciutto.
You better hope there isn't a Walmart near me because I will blast through their chip section.
The werewolf's just calmly opening chips and just kind of eating each bag. Been here for 8 hours.
I'd choose vampire in that case.
Really?
Still, I don't know,
Cool
Kind of a
style.
pick-me sort of thing, but that's okay.
kind of like you know, like the raves and blade seem pretty cool.
That was pretty fucking cool. Can you imagine a werewolf rave though?
Would that be like 90 dog humans humping each other?
And it's just a whistle playing on the speakers.
Bunch of people.
Oh, that guy's doing it to himself.
So
What are-
stupid.
Wait, so what are the werewolf rules though, right? Like,
I think we
You mean,
should
like-
decide. I think we should choose.
yeah.
Like the criteria, like what happens when you're wolfing and what happens
Yeah.
when you're not wolfing.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say full moon.
Well, he's got to be. That's the only time, right? It's not like Jacob where you can just turn whenever you want.
Right.
not
And
like the
I
Hulk
think you
where
need
you're
to you need to wolf out, like you transform mentally.
Okay, so you have no control.
Well, I don't know about no control, but you do need to go. It's not like Teen Wolf either,
Okay.
where he turns into a star basketball player when he's a werewolf and is just like his
Yeah.
normal self. Like you need to have some sort of like primal animalistic like personality. At
I think
least.
that's cool. And then they can be like, wait, he's in there somewhere, and you're kind of like, huh? And they kind of have like a
yeah. You
thing
do the Tim the
like,
Tool Man.
yeah, like they kind of like dangle like a copy of Signs, and they're like, ooh, and he kind of goes. He's like, he's in there somewhere. I know he likes this movie.
Yeah.
I think like silver is a thing, right? Just like vampires, they die from silver. I think that's universal.
But I think that killing and eating for a werewolf is not like a necessary thing, like it is for a vampire. I think
Okay.
the vampires must suck blood. But
Yeah.
I don't think a vampire needs to kill in its or a werewolf needs to kill in its werewolf state.
But a werewolf could suck blood if they wanted.
I think that if you're turning into this kind of primal force of nature, you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna have the full moon bloodlust, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
you gotta-
yeah,
you-
I mean,
you gotta
yeah,
go
you're gonna have
bloodlust.
some bloodlust.
So it's gonna be like, you know, could be a sheep, could be a deer, might be a human.
It could be, but it's not. It's you can't control it, dog. That's the thing.
How about sidebar? Are vampires' teeth hollow?
No, they're not sucking through the teeth. That's the thing. That
I think they
bite.
suck through the teeth.
No, 'cause they bite and then the blood comes out and then they suck.
It'd be
Don't
cooler
snakes
if
suck
they had
through the teeth?
straws.
Suck no one. Snakes doesn't suck anything. What is snake sucking?
The venom.
Wait, Jace, you said something about straws. What are you saying?
Yeah, it'd be cool if the teeth were hollow because then they're like straws, you know. It'd
Yeah,
be,
that's,
you could,
that's why they need the teeth.
could have a vampire
Rather
with
than
like
carry
two
around a
silly
knife.
straw teeth.
Nobody thinks vampires are sucking through the teeth. What are you talking about? Both of you think this?
What? Well, and they
They're dr-
definitely they have four, right? Because
Yeah.
the bottom two are kind of pointy
That's
too.
to break the skin.
Yeah, they
It's-
kind of slurp on it. They kind
they
like
suck.
when there's a snow cone
Yeah.
and you just want all the syrup out of it,
Yeah.
and you just want ice afterwards,
Yeah, you just suck.
Ooh,
I think they suck with their lips.
vampire
and
snow
they bite.
cones
like a hickey.
cut off an arm.
Yeah.
No?
That's a vampire.
I don't think because the victims never have hickeys. The victims just have the two holes.
That's
I think
'cause
they
the
just
blood
suck through the
comes
teeth.
Out, dude. The hickeys happen because the blood's under the skin.
I think that's how bats do it though,
Think they suck?
through the teeth. Because bats are pretty closely related to snakes.
Wait, no. This is okay. No, that's not right. This is werewolves. We're talking werewolves, guys.
Okay.
All right.
They werewolves do suck through the teeth.
They don't suck through. No one sucks through the teeth. That's impossible. I was seeing that we're on fandom.com. There's an extensive article about werewolves, about werewolf science,
Can
werewolf
we
biology.
not go on fandom.com?
Werewolves are saying they apparently they have a psychological affinity with whatever moon phase you're born in. All right.
Don't see. This is why you need to stop using this website.
So it
'cause
doesn't
that's
have to be. It doesn't
completely
have to be a full
horseshit.
moon. I could transform on waning gibbous.
No,
No, you can't transform unless
Uh-huh.
it's a full moon. But if you were born under a specific moon as a wolf, like a werewolf
that's just
person,
some guy who wrote that.
no, dude, this is werewolf science on fandom.com. There's this fucking cited articles on here.
Yeah, it has
All right,
to
for
be.
example-
Those articles are proofread by the werewolf community,
Yes, thank you.
or they get put on there.
I think this is new information. I think our viewers are going to lose trust in us as the werewolf authority.
For example, if you're born in November, you were born under the frost moon,
That's,
and These werewolves have frosty white fur, and they usually
You
have
just
icy
said
blue eyes.
phase of the moon. You
What
just
about-
said you
what about
just
September?
said phase of the moon, not time of the year.
What
All
about
right.
September?
All right,
Does it have a
September.
month?
Harvest werewolf, and you like pumpkins and lattes.
Pumpkin
Ryan's-
spice werewolf?
Don't mock the
That's-
science. All right. It's a singing moon in September. It's closest to the autumnal equinox. And that doesn't increase aggression. However, it makes you leave the woods and prowl the farm fields more.
I
Oh my god! I feel like we are just peddling a bunch of pseudoscience here. Like we need to stick to the cold
Okay,
hard
Ryan,
facts,
what's
not
your-
like some guy's thought.
Okay, Ryan, what's your birth? It was July, right? You're born in July?
June.
June, sorry.
Thanks.
It's on Facebook. June, you're born in the mirror moon. Okay. You're a mirror wolf. You're curious, excitable, spontaneous, and affectionate. Oh, hello.
Wow, that describes pretty much everybody.
Well groomed.
That's
No,
really
I
Ryan.
don't think so.
Look at
Usually have gray fur with golden eyes, and they like to make their cribs in big cities where there is an abundance of reflective surfaces. They prefer to hunt and travel in pairs or in groups that are multiples of 2.
That's so Ryan.
Wow,
Mirror wolf.
that's so right. Yeah, wow.
You're likely to pair up with another mirror wolf.
Yeah,
too.
I'm glad this is verifiable information.
You know what I am? I'm a fire wolf. I'm a fucking flame wolf, dude. I'm immune to fire.
Your
apparently,
fire
according to
crotch.
this-
You gotta. You
this,
got
no, it's not a fire. There's nothing about
werewolf.
crotches and. And that's if I was a werewolf, all right, which I'm not, but maybe someday. I think we got werewolves cracked, right?
Yeah, let's go on to the movie.
Go to the movie, all right? We watched this movie, Dog Soldiers.
Who picked it?
I picked this movie.
Oh,
Suckers. We all had
No,
to
we
watch
just
it.
they're werewolves.
They be barking though. I picked this movie because I watched it on the Sci-Fi Channel when I was like 7 years old.
Oh,
And I was terrified of this movie. It had been in my head a long time, and I had to Google what that movie was. It was very hard to Google because I was like a British werewolf movie, and there's surprisingly a lot of them. But I found this movie, and I wanted to watch it. I know Ryan had it on his list as well, so I figured it's a great time to watch a werewolf movie. We haven't done it yet, and we watched a vampire movie not too long ago. But Dog Soldiers is a movie about a bunch of British army guys on an military exercise mission in the Scottish Highlands. All right, and they're kind of going through their mission. It's a ragtag, rough and tumble group of fellas, a group of lads, and record scratch. The woods are inhabited by man-hunting werewolves, and they got to get the heck out of there in one piece before the werewolves eat them. And that's the fucking movie. They're being hunted by werewolves.
I just I can't stop thinking about that first scene.
Yeah,
And
the really random first scene of
and
the couple
the
on
porno parody of this where the person gets dragged out of the tent and they're like ah, and they're like ah.
so yeah, I did text the group that because
Yeah.
I thought maybe I clicked on the wrong thing because there's a lot of like stuff when I just buy it through the TV.
Right.
So like there's no vetting whether or not it's the real copy of Dog Soldiers.
Yeah, doggy style soldiers.
Yeah. And the absolutely no intro shot with a Motorola Razr sort of
Yeah,
style that
looks
this
like shit, yeah.
movie goes with really does sort of lend the amateur porn perspective.
It's literally filmed on a Pop-Tart. Like, there is so much grain on this movie. And I thought the same thing. And even the acting between that couple in the intro where they're like, this is such a nice getaway. And I'm like, oh no, is this?
Since you brought up work here.
And it's like the
Oh.
longest Chekhov's silver knife that you could possibly have in a movie.
Yeah, forgot about
completely
it by the end.
Detached. Yeah. I thought the opening with the British military guys, like when they're all talking, I'm like, this is like a parody of how British people talk. Like they're all just like, oh bollocks, bloody hell! Wish I was watching the telly, watching footy on my fucking. Like they were just like, it was just
That's how British people
Yeah.
are, though, right? That's literally what they're like. Like they all, if you watch like Taskmaster or anything like that, that's
Yeah.
what they talk about all the time, and they use stupid words like that.
It
yeah. This
reminded
was a
me
subtitles movie.
of I'd never watched Gilmore Girls like extensively, and a few episodes ago, 20 or so ago, Ryan, you brought up that some people don't like the dialogue style, and now Yuri's actually watching it, and it's like go 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 go, joke after joke after joke, and so I was watching this, and I was like, oh my god, it's that style, and then I was like, Jace, no, you watched Love Island. This is how people in the UK talk. They're really good at banter. They can just go and go and go.
And the banter was like borderline unintelligible. Like I think within 5 minutes I had to turn on the subtitles, and like I turned on the subtitle and it was still nonsense. Like I still did not know what they were saying.
I think I'm just conditioned with 18 seasons of Taskmaster.
That you just kind
But
of know. Yeah.
it also things like this movie and watching a bunch of other British shit does make me realize how easy it is to be famous in the UK because there's not that many people over there.
There's like 50 people there.
Yeah, and most of them are just
All
like
island.
working a port and
Yeah.
they just like go about their lives. There's even a TV show that's other people watching TV and it's on their it's called Gogglebox. And so when I was there, like me and Julie loved it because like we were this additional layer deep where we were watching what some English people liked watching, which was watching other English people watch TV.
Wow, it was like a reaction video, basically.
Yeah, but it's just these families, and you get to know the families like throughout the season of Gogglebox, and they're watching Criminal Minds tonight, and the English people are like, I sure do wonder what they're going to do this week, and you're like, I bet you do, and they're just like, yeah, it was a good episode.
Are they gonna put out another like a goggle box where people watching Gogglebox?
Yeah, I
This is
hope
just
so.
a
I would
series
do that.
of
I would
the-
watch
yeah.
that in VR.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have-
like
I-
yeah. Go ahead.
We get the cut from the campers being murdered by the unknown at this time werewolves, and then we get the special operations scene.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Jackoffs, yeah.
What is up with the soldier trope of killing a dog?
Yeah, is that real?
And I've only
Like, where
seen
they're,
it.
like,
I've seen it in 2 British movies now. Like
yeah,
this in Kingsman.
that's like I think that's like a thing, right? Where they
just
like
don't,
they're like
they just don't like
"Shoot the fucking
dogs.
dog." Yeah, I mean, there was even I was watching like Punisher like years ago when it was on, and they're like, yeah, they make you raise this goat from birth, and then at the end of the exercise, they make you kill it,
Huh.
and it's like I think it must be some kind of fucked up thing.
Desensitization,
yeah.
sort of.
But I liked the main character. He didn't do it. He was like, "Fuck you! I'm not shooting the dog," which I think is against stereotype because usually I feel like the main character would like balk at it and then just do it and then you like teach him like a lesson or some shit, and he just doesn't do it. He's like, "Fuck," and then he punches the instructor. I'm like, this guy's cool.
He accepted being
I
kicked
like
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the punch the instructor sort of angle.
Yeah, and the
In an
instructor-
American movie, it would have been. I think you're right. It would have been saved for the end. After he learned his lesson, he would have then stood up for himself against the instructor.
Yeah, the main character, Private Cooper, he just kind of sticks to his values. I don't think there's really like an arc. He's just kind of like, no, I'm not gonna do that throughout the whole movie. And the instructor is played by Sir Davos, I believe. Or
From Game of Thrones.
yeah, dude, the Onion Knight.
The main character was in Grey's Anatomy. He plays a doctor in Grey's Anatomy. And Julie reminded me of that about 8 times during this 90-minute movie.
Well, you can tell Julie. You know who else was in Grey's Anatomy?
Go for it.
This guy. Yeah, I was in Grey's Anatomy. I was in an episode in season 20.
Well, you're in Grey's Anatomy.
I'm in Grey's Anatomy. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I didn't absorb enough detail on filming day to know what episode it was, so I would have to sift through 25 episodes of season 20. But I am in there somewhere.
No, wait, she's gonna lose her mind. That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
one of her favorite shows.
I did it like 2 years ago. I was.
Oh shit! Really?
I was a
You never
surgeon,
told me that.
and
You were a surgeon?
I was a guy
Who let
finding
this
out.
guy have a knife?
Hey, come on! And I was a guy finding out he was about to have a baby. And
Same
You were 2
person,
people in the
or
same
you-
episode?
I was 3 people in the same episode. Yeah,
So they must have used at least part of your footage.
I hope so. But I've had long. Anyways, I'm in Grey's Anatomy, folks. So update the IMDb. What were we talking about? Yeah, a great, cool cast. I think the acting got better. The sergeant in this movie, the movie kind of like it sets its tone when they're on the exercise, and he starts telling the story about a devil tattoo, which I think was like a great fucking scene. They're around like a campfire, and he's like talking about like fate, about how sometimes you just don't understand what's out there.
That's a real good
It's a good fucking like story too. Like I feel like campfire stories is such
oral
like
storytelling. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
that's like some caveman shit. That's like something we've been doing since like
It's
like
very
1 million
primal.
years ago. Yeah. It's a great scene, and a cow falls on the campfire.
Forgot about that cow.
That's right.
that scared the shit out of me. Like I remember because he tells this amazing story, and a guy starts telling like a dog walks in a bar joke, which disarms you and makes you laugh, and then the cow falls, which I think is great.
This movie is basically Predator. It's the
one.
shootout
got
at the
thermal
end,
vision.
not so, but the
Yeah, no
idea is
thermal.
kind of like there's these guys and they're military guys and they're in the woods,
Yeah.
and there's a monster out there and they got to kill it, and they kind of realize that they're in over their heads.
But there's like 5 werewolves,
Yeah, so
so it's better than Predator.
I do want to get into the plot because I have some probably misrememberings
Okay.
and legitimate questions that I'm going to pose to two people who maybe were in a better state of mind to understand what was going on.
They do kiss.
And also have watched it more recently.
Spoon and the
What?
werewolf. They kiss. They do. Yeah.
The werewolves kiss.
No.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Spoon
the
kisses a
military
werewolf?
man. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I think he spits on the werewolf. I don't think he kisses.
I
the
don't think he
werewolf.
kisses.
Do both.
Anyway, that's not the question. What is
There was a little.
what's the rule here for when werewolves recognize each other and don't attack other werewolves?
Yeah.
Because in this movie, was it that all werewolves don't attack other werewolves, or is it that this group of werewolves wasn't attacking themselves? So, like, when someone got turned into a werewolf,
I
were
see.
they then part of the pack, or were they still yet to be a victim of this group?
It was just a family. Only the family were
Right.
werewolves originally, and then
Right.
trying
then the special ops guy gets turned at the end when he gets angry, and I feel like he didn't interact with them much.
Not
And
really.
then
Right.
the only other turning of the werewolf was the sergeant, who, as soon as he turned, the house exploded.
Yeah.
So I guess in the
Well, so
context of the
the-
movie,
The instructor guy, I thought what was happening was he's turning. We should maybe set the scene.
Yeah.
The latter half of this movie takes place in a farmhouse where the group of soldiers are trapped and they're surrounded by werewolves. And they come to find out that the werewolves are actually the owners of the farmhouse, the family that lives there.
Wait.
And so they're protecting their home, and also there's nowhere else to go. So this is going to be a fight to the death, essentially. Now, during this whole time, there's someone in their custody, in the soldier's custody, who it's the instructor from the beginning who wanted to kill the dog.
Captain Ryan.
He
Makes you
is
wonder.
turning into a werewolf, they find out.
He got bit or scratched.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Classic werewolf.
And so now they have him like essentially tied up on a chair, and he's turning into a werewolf. And there's a bunch of really long, confusing scenes that I had to rewind because I lost my attention in the middle of them. But he turns into a werewolf and fucks off. Now,
Well, he gets stabbed through the chest with a sword, and then fucks up.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
And he runs off. But they don't eat him.
Right. So, do you think the werewolves outside the
Yeah.
house who were sieging it
Yes.
were like, hey, there's this guy. He's transforming into a werewolf inside the house. When we siege it, we shouldn't kill him. He's one of us. Or
Yeah,
do you think they thought he was an enemy as well?
What I think is happening, like let's say the 3 of us are chasing a group of tomatoes, right? And these tomatoes all have personalities and they're running. And there's one tomato we actually don't really like very much. And we try to kill that tomato and we bite it and it turns into a human, but it's still the same tomato personality. We don't like that guy.
I'm
but
gonna
he's a
solve that
human now,
problem
we're not gonna
later.
eat him.
I'm gonna eat the tomatoes, and then I'm coming back to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're gonna kill that guy?
Yeah,
He's a guy now, though.
he's a guy who knows my guy's secrets.
Okay, all right.
But
I think
the
that's-
tomato
yeah.
now has the privilege of guyness, and I don't know if I trust him. I don't know
Yeah,
if I
'cause
trust him with
He
that.
has this power now.
Because, mind you,
Okay.
something needs to be brought up here.
All right.
Much to do with GBGB fiction. In this case, this is one of the first cases where the military in a movie
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
is attempting to
yes.
weaponize
Yes.
the fiction of the movie. So
Go for it. Go.
to our regular listeners, you know that we believe that in Clifford, if the U.S. government found out about Clifford, that they would harness Emily's power of love and turn tanks big. In this case, in the UK, Captain Ryan, leader of the Special Forces, had found someone who was a local, like a local expert in, I don't remember
Werewolf,
what she
but
was
like
in
lycanthropy.
and
She was a zoologist,
werewolphology. She was a zoologist. And he sets up the ploy. The reason that these groups meet is he has his 2 special forces groups. They're trying to lure out the werewolves, and then they're going to capture them. They're going to take them back. They're going to turn them into weapons. The werewolves out-werewolf them, kill all of Captain Ryan's crew, and then we get into this. So, I don't know. The military was trying to get werewolves.
I mean, I think it's
what happened?
because that's what they were trying to do, right? Because they were like, we want to see if we could. Because he was like, what does they call it? Like the special animal division or whatever the fuck. They're like, yeah, the one that's trained the dolphins to like put bombs on ships.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to get a werewolf and probably make a werewolf army or something, right? And
So I got all that. To me, I wasn't sure about the exact relationship between the training exercise and the werewolves. I was thinking, because the whole movie I was thinking, oh, I get it. The military knows the werewolves are here, or they even released them, and they're using these guys as guinea pigs to see how effective they are in war.
They hadn't caught them yet. There was the valley that they were supposed to go through. Special forces were hoping to lead the werewolves into that vallay with this group of
that makes so much more sense, because we literally rewinded that line where he reveals that. It's like, there was a trap. There was a hole. We made a hole in the enemy lines, and they were supposed to go through it, and you were the bait. We rewound that 3 times, and we're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
it's British.
Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you made a hole in the enemy line. The werewolves have lines? And we did not understand what he was talking about, but now it makes perfect sense. But I thought the reveal was later when so we learn later that the house that they're in is a family of werewolves, and they've been werewolves forever. I thought that was the big reveal, that he didn't actually know what the fuck was going on.
And we saw that shit coming, right? Like when they go in the fucking house.
I didn't see the farmhouse stuff coming at all. That was actually a really good twist for me.
Okay, all right. Because like when they saw the picture of the family, they're like, where are they? And she's like, they're a family that's lived here for thousands of years. Who knows where they are? And there's like exactly 4 werewolves outside.
I didn't realize that she was going to be a family member. That one, they got me with that one.
Oh no, dude. Amber got that shit clocked like from the while she's in the car. She's like, she's a werewolf. And then I'm like, how do you even fucking know that? And she's like, no, look, she's acting sus. And then when you have that in your head, she's acting sus like all the time.
Yeah.
She does say when you ran into me or something like that, because she like finds him on the road.
Oh,
and then she like misses the turn of phrase, and the main guy is like, don't you mean when you found us?
Yeah,
like kind of like
being an asshole. Yeah.
Wait, no, she like said it the wrong way. She said it as if like, oh, I expected you to be here.
Right, but you think he's being pedantic, and you just kind of blow off his statement, I feel.
Oh, I was like, oh, he's suspicious of her.
Oh, yeah.
I keyed in on that too. Forgot. Yeah.
And like, she's giving them bad info, and before they leave to kind of do a mission or something, she's like, okay, good luck. Like, she kind of says it in a weird way where she's like, oh yeah, luck, hope you make it. And it's like, it's definitely in a way where someone is like being the thing. Like if this was like like she's doing the thing where she's just trying to pretend that she's not a werewolf the whole time.
This is
wow. What are these werewolves doing here?
There is a scene where the werewolves blow up her car. Like like a car gets, and she actually like, I think this is where she breaks character, and she's like,
oh, what the
fuck? That's my car. Like, I think
you know how hard it is for a werewolf. I mean, a woman to get a car in Scotland.
That's why she was like, yeah, there's another car in the barn. She's like looking out the window like,
fuck that car up.
I'm gonna fuck your car up, Dad. What so we kind of have to, I don't want to go back to discussing what we were talking about with werewolves earlier, but
yeah,
it's clear that they can transform themselves when they want to, because they were werewolves during the day.
Breaks lore.
And then at night as well, and she was
they talked about a full moon.
Yeah, but
there's a line in the movie where they said maybe it's like having to take a piss, and maybe you can hold it. And I feel like some people,
she was
when
holding
they're turning, yeah, they can't hold it. They're like, oh, it's happening. Oh.
Yeah.
But
I think and then piss all over themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoken for.
I think she's holding it in, right? And then eventually she just kind of lets it rip at the end when she reveals herself. And speaking of pissing all over yourself, I was actually talking
Yeah.
about this with Amber. Like, if I was in this scenario, I think the first thing I would do is try to shit my pants and piss all over myself and smear as much feces all over my body as possible, like legitimately, because I don't think they're going to want to eat me. Because the whole reason why they're attacking this house is for food, right? Like, if you cover yourself in feces, I don't think they're going to eat you.
I don't think they're attacking for food. I think it's a revenge thing because the military
it's
reached
revenge?
out to hire the zoologist who is an expert. They unknowingly hired a werewolf who's part of the werewolf family, and she and the family, as a byproduct, are on a mission of revenge. We don't want you to know about us. We have to kill you now.
Right. They go in, they eat their food, they fuck up their house. They think they're gonna kill us. So
Now,
I'm gonna be covered in shit for no reason.
I would throw you in the shower.
Would you eat a sandwich that was covered in shit just minutes ago?
I mean, you're not that absorbent.
They ate,
I mean, like
eat things that
you
are
literally
full of
have
shit.
on you like
Okay,
multiple
alright.
times a day, right?
You're right. Let's say someone took an apple, dropped it into an outhouse for like 6 hours, took it out.
6 hours.
And
You're
then
walking around covered in shit for 6 hours
They
before
were
you
there
die.
all night, dude. I would have thought of this early once I realized they're eating you.
Dude, but if you survive and you go to get help from someone and you make it to the next town, help, I'm being attacked by werewolves, and you have shit all over you.
Throw him in
you're getting-
prison.
you're getting in a psychiatric hold.
I have 3 inches of shit on my body.
That armor at that point?
They can't bite through it. It's hardened.
I think that's a confusing one because, me as a human, I wouldn't want to eat that, but we literally
have you ever
see
seen
these
a
werewolves
cow?
go straight into the stomach, and then which means they're getting some of it.
You know,
Yeah.
have you ever seen a cow? You guys ever been in a cow patty? You know,
Yeah.
cows shit everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, their cows are covered in shit.
Oh,
Chickens.
you think
Chickens are covered in shit. Pigs literally roll around in shit.
I've seen a
all the
dog eat
time.
shit. I've seen a dog eat just shit. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I think
attached.
werewolves are gonna be cool with it.
But right before he got
Werewolves
put on
would be
this special
"Hell yeah."
mission, Ryan Denali went to
Yeah.
an all-you-can-eat buffet,
Okay.
and he ate
So I had.
like 20 plates of the spiciest thing he could get, and now
Oh.
he's in the.
I got spicy.
You better hope that the
I
werewolves.
just had something other than an Uncrustable, and I'm just going.
I drank 1 ounce of dairy.
You're saying if I season myself with spices, I'm gonna be less appetizing to these werewolves?
with the shit, so it's like spicy.
With
They're like, is that turmeric?
Yeah, I think. Well, if I had to eat something covered in shit, I'm gonna pick the one with the spices on it. I think that's actually gonna
Oh
be.
shit! I'm helping him.
Because if I shit myself,
They would
rub
hate that.
myself. Okay, probably someone else in the group's gonna do it too. All right, then it's gonna have multiple candidates covered in shit, and then if I'm the one that has spices on him, I think I'm gonna be the more appetizing.
And if he's covered in shit, I'm barfing for
Yeah.
sure. And then Jace can sit there behind a two-way mirror and perform an experiment and see which one in the military they'll have this will be one of the experiments they do with the werewolves. Does
the
this
werewolves
work?
are just standing outside looking through the window as we're all shitting and pissing and barfing all over each other. They're like, Jesus,
Man, wouldn't suck
Dang,
to be a
this-
werewolf.
can I be a werewolf?
Man, I would hate to be a werewolf. Oh man, my
Dang, that would
arms right
suck.
outside the door.
Oh man, hope no one bites it. God, that would suck.
That
I think, yeah, they would eat me because they don't want me to hang around them.
They would eat you in a heartbeat. They're like, should we turn this guy? And you'd be like, hey,
Oh,
don't kill me. I'll do funny voices.
Oh, please.
we need new blood, but
exactly.
not that bad.
I mean, some of those guys turn so there's 2 military guys that turned. One of them who died for sure. The other one, there was no body. I think he could still be out there.
You think the guy that got with the rest of the werewolves got bombed? is
Yeah,
still
so I'm
out there?
looking again on fandom.com about werewolf weaknesses, and there's
God.
nothing in here about fire or bombs. All right, like silver, mercury, belladonna, mountain ash, mistletoe, paralytic venom, electricity, no fire.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
This is common werewolf lore.
It makes
like,
sense. It makes sense.
yeah, paralytic venom. There's a lot of things in here, and then decapitation. But
Oh, what if the bomb decapitated?
Yeah,
No, bombs do bomb
shreds.
damage, not slice
Bombs
damage.
shred.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's true. Jace, yeah, Jace is a GM.
Sorry. You
fuck.
were there. We were both
Good.
there.
I think someone's okay. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I want to move on from the shitting on ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have something.
Yes.
This is remarkably similar to a very famous
Okay.
in the Sasquatch community,
Oh.
a very famous Sasquatch encounter known as Ape Canyon. Now, you guys might know a little place called Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, I've
Never
been
heard
there.
of it.
Great. Oh,
Oh,
it's
Jace,
great.
so
It's not that far
in
from you.
southern Washington, there's a mountain. It's called Mount St. Helens, and in the 80s, it fucking exploded, and it's gone now. Yeah, so Ape Canyon. What is this story where these guys were in a cabin on the side of Mount St. Helens looking for like prospect and stuff, and they were attacked by a group of Sasquatches, and they fought back. And
What year was
it's
this?
this is like in the early 1900s.
Okay, all right.
Did one of them live?
Oh yeah, they all lived.
Oh,
They killed a Squatch though.
Oh.
And that's what started it. Is early in the day they had been seeing Squatches and they shot one. And the rest of the family that night sieged the cabin and were throwing boulders on the roof and through the windows and everything where they're trying to break down the doors, and the guys had to shoot them off. And and so like the story is this big story and everything like that. And yeah, so now that area is known as Ape Canyon, and you can go there.
Why is it called Ape Canyon? Sasquatches aren't apes, are they?
Yeah, dude, they're pretty much apes. They're pretty much big apes. They're actually categorically they would be apes.
Really?
Yeah, primates,
Why-
big primates.
But
Yeah.
that's not
Ape.
interesting though. That's just like like another animal. That's like, oh, what if there was like a, I don't know, like a bipedal primate? Like that is that?
What are you
is that
talking
like
about?
a-
What are we talking about? What are you talking about? This is a story about people in the 1900s before
Okay.
Bigfoot was a term, before Sasquatch was a term widely
Okay.
used, and they were attacked by a group of hairy apes.
Okay.
On
So they
Mount
just
St.
think
Helens.
it's like that there's like a North American orangutan?
Yeah. Is that like a big deal in like the biology community? Like I
Huh.
don't see what the big deal is about.
Yeah, North American.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, it's like,
Because like I thought Sasquatch was like a magic, like a unicorn, like a being that has like high, like intelligent, like something that hides and has like a mission, you know? But
yeah.
like if it's just like a fucking animal that's never been discovered.
That's exactly what we're talking about the whole fucking time. Are you kidding me? We've been talking about this on this podcast for 5 years.
Wait, but there's a lot of animals that haven't been discovered, dude. Like there's like a
That's our argument.
Oh.
but there's like a, there's like a butterfly in Brazil that like they're pretty sure exists. Like
That's our argument. Gorillas were discovered in like 100 years ago.
no way. There was they seen a gorilla way before that.
Mountain gorillas. No, mountain gorillas
Sorry.
were discovered
Did I,
100
he
fucking years
means
ago.
white people discovered mountain gorillas.
Oh,
Well,
years ago.
that too, but no, because they were super high on Mount Kenya.
Okay, I'm sure some guy saw them. Lived in
They were,
Kenya.
but no, but like on the tribes around Mount Kenya, there were like stories about.
Yeah, so they've seen them. Like
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, Denali. That's what we're talking about. And now you're like, that's actually not
Okay.
that big of a deal.
Well,
All right, I
okay.
think
I mean, I think it's just more so because it's like if it's a normal animal versus people being like the skinwalker thing. The skinwalker thing has an
Yes.
allure because it's mysticism, but it's like no, it's just a big gorilla.
That's what we're talking about the whole time.
I don't think you made that clear.
No, like it's like a unicorn, dude. It's like finding out a unicorn is just something with like a growth plate problem that just has a piece of its skull sticking out. Like who the fuck cares? Like I've seen probably a horse like that, but like a unicorn is like something that flies along rainbows and grants wishes.
And can
Like
smoke cigars.
So hold on. If werewolves were real,
Huh?
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, some people just do that, you'd be like, that's actually not that cool.
no, dude,
Well, I
where
think
It's just a guy, and he just turns into a wolf. That's like not.
Yeah, but
that's
he's
actually,
turning
that's
into
not really
a
that big
wolf.
deal.
Yeah,
Sasquatch
that's
is just a
incredible.
gorilla.
yeah. Like if a guy turned into anything, I think that's incredible. So okay, you said this Ape Canyon story is where
Yeah,
the
why is it
Sasquatch
called
myth-
Ape Canyon?
That's what I'm saying. They think
Oh,
it's,
because Sasquatches are just are gorillas.
it's just an ape.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I get it now.
We're apes. We're apes too, guys.
Right, I've seen like 12 Sasquatches at the zoo. Okay, well that's interesting, Ryan. Okay. I understand now. There wasn't a Sasquatch myth back then, so they called it Ape Canyon because they didn't know what they were attacked by. Right.
Sounds like
And
two
it's
dudes looking for
real
gold got into a
similar-
fight with other people looking for
I
gold
think
and killed
that's
and burned the
exactly what
bodies, and we're like,
I think they killed humans or bears.
Well, that's what this story's like.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm like, this is basically Ape Canyon.
Well, what's funny about this story too is that, like part of the ending of the story, which we don't have to get to the ending yet, but like they take a bunch of photos in this movie to kind of flash the camera, right? And the ending of the movie is they're showing, like, they're like, Luke, you've got to live, show people the proof. And it's like he's handing him these photos. And like, if this is 2002, if someone showed me a photo like that, I'd be like, that's fake.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like there's
all the
no,
photos of Bigfoot we have.
yeah, like their photos are hilarious and incredible. It's a guy being like thrown against a bookcase
with the sword, like,
a man holding like a claymore attacking a
Like
werewolf.
this is from a fucking movie. This is from you and your friends. They found a werewolf costume.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no way. And to the movie's defense too, like the next slide is like, werewolves ate my platoon in like a fucking newspaper underneath the soccer score. Because like no one would fucking like. Actually, I don't think there's any way someone could prove werewolves exist to me.
it would be the
Like,
most
Thank
provable.
you, Denali. Thank you. You are making the
okay.
arguments that I'm making.
Okay.
Unknowingly.
Okay.
So I really appreciate that.
Because I think even if I saw a video of a man turning into a werewolf, I would think that's AI.
Or perhaps one walking across a riverbed from
Yeah,
the 1960s before they could make that sort of, costume.
But they could edit that video now.
Oh yeah, but let's say you had a film canister that was verified from the 1960s. Like it's been a part of the culture since then. Like people saw this before you could edit. So
You said in the 60s they couldn't make a costume.
And you no. But you had a video of a werewolf walking across a riverbed. You'd be like, yeah, that's not real.
Ryan, you said in the 60s they couldn't make a costume that good?
No, that's not what I said. I said
They
like
didn't have the
before digital fakery.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think a man wearing a costume could walk across the riverbed?
No, what I'm saying, Denali, is that if let's say we had a video, like a film from the 1960s.
You're right. Okay, yes.
Of a werewolf walking across a riverbed. What you're saying is you'd essentially just be like, yeah, that's not a real werewolf.
Yeah, I would think it's a guy in a werewolf suit.
I agree. That's what you would. Yeah, I agree. That's what you would think. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable, right? Like, there's just not unless I was there.
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You can't convince people that something this crazy is real.
Yeah.
No matter the evidence. Even if they're not, even if the person trying to convince you is not crazy.
But Ryan doesn't believe in Sasquatch?
Yeah, right.
I'm having a hard time understanding what you're saying.
Because
I'm trying to make you come to a realization about how you sound to me.
Sasquatch is real? Are you saying, okay, well,
and the fact that I understand your viewpoint.
Okay, I will try to understand your viewpoint. Okay, Ryan. So
my viewpoint is that I understand your viewpoint.
Okay.
And that everybody that you think is crazy for believing in Bigfoot.
I don't think anyone's crazy.
Okay, well that's good.
Right.
It's nice of you to say.
Okay.
It is funny that we, figured out what gravity was and figured out how to make a nuclear bomb before we found Bigfoot.
Well, sort of.
Wow.
Because even if there was evidence from back then, you just said that you wouldn't of a werewolf.
Yeah.
Like even if there was evidence of a werewolf from before all that shit.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe it. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Of course not. Because
no
that'd be crazy.
Well, I don't believe
it,
that, that people should drink untreated milk like RFK Jr. says. So, probably he probably believes.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you could bring the evidence of anything, right? Like there's a lot of evidence that mermaids exist, right? Like evidence, like people have photos of jars of like mermaid specimen and like
right. And if let's say Denali, you came out of the woods with a roll of film of werewolves.
Yeah.
And you show it to people. They'd laugh. Some of them would be like, "Yeah, sure, buddy," but there's also like evidence that mermaids exist.
Yeah, that'd be pretty justified.
Yeah, I agree. They would be justified in thinking that.
Yeah.
Just like but you'd also be justified in being like, "Yeah, then it's not really worth trying to convince you.
Right. Oh, I don't know why Ryan is so mad about what I said about werewolf pictures. I'm scared. I'm worried. Listen, it's okay to believe Sasquatch is real.
I'm
gonna
not
say that-
mad, is what I'm
gonna
saying.
say that to
It
everyone.
I'm
seems like
saying
you're
I come
mad.
to terms with the. I'm just trying to make you understand.
Uh-huh.
We'll meet in the middle.
This is
We'll meet in
funny
the middle.
because Ryan's a lawyer and he understands
Yes.
the burden of proof.
Yeah.
And that,
Ryan's
pictures
like,
of those
proof.
werewolves wouldn't make sense. The werewolf that he stabbed in the chest with some silver and then shot in the head, that body shouldn't have been going anywhere unless that dog ate it.
Dog could have eaten the whole thing.
You'd have to get that body out. And
Would
even
you
then,
believe a body of a werewolf?
the government would
Yes, I believe
probably
that.
shut that down.
I believe a body. If I got to examine it, yeah, I'd believe it.
If you got to examine it.
Yeah, if I got to examine it, that's the only
So
way
what
to
if?
believe it's real.
So if we have a single werewolf body,
Okay.
I'd
would
also
have to
believe it
preserve
if
it
an
for
expert
everybody.
that's not crazy investigate it. And
okay.
An expert or me, I would believe. We'll meet in
And
the
my
middle, Ryan.
neighbor, Frank.
And Frank.
Okay.
If
Right,
he
we'll-
saw it. Yeah.
We'll compromise. Sasquatch is half real. Half of his. You could choose which half. Half of his body's real.
Lower.
Left half.
Okay, his lower left half is real. The rest is fakery. All right. We'll agree that part of Sasquatch is real, and I think we'll kind of meet in the middle.
Well, the lower one makes the tracks. So you know what?
Okay. I think this movie, they're shooting at werewolves a lot. I actually found it kind of tiresome.
Yeah.
Because they kind of establish early on in the movie that you could only kill them with silver, really early on. And so much of the movie is them shooting like badasses out the window at werewolves who are just kind of like, tee-hee, and they fall out the window and are completely unaffected. I think it was kind of exhausting to watch a lot of bullets flying and they don't do anything. It kind of takes away from the stakes. That's my big complaint.
I would really like werewolves to. I like the thought that I think we've talked about this, back in the day, like only silver's killing a werewolf. But now we have thermonuclear weapons, and surely that can kill a werewolf. Or like,
What about an RPG? Yeah.
like an RPG, a really strong shotgun. It's like, well, used to be, but now.
Have you tried this? Yeah. Because at one point, to Jace's point, a werewolf is sticking his hand through a mail slot or something. That werewolf is like really down bad because you can't really do anything through that. You're just kind of like, I gotta get him. And he slices the werewolf's arm off with a claymore, with a sword, which like, that's not so like, that just happened, right? Like that werewolf is vulnerable. You cut his arm off. That's something. I think if you hit something hard enough, what I think is medieval people, they're so malnourished, they actually can't get the swing capable of getting a fucking werewolf's arm off. Like I think nowadays we've got modern gyms. All right, we've got modern nutrition. I think we could actually go toe to toe.
But you've also brought up the idea of a jacked werewolf.
Ooh.
Like a werewolf gym, like where they're
like
training
the
farm.
like the werewolves are going to be also.
Ryan turns
much
into
stronger.
a werewolf. We're fucked.
Yeah.
Wait, are we doing the Joe Rogan thing where we've never seen the werewolf at full strength? I don't want to do this. But yes, I guess technically you're right. We've never seen a werewolf.
If werewolves are real, we need to capitalize on that open market too. Werewolf gyms.
What if
like you could probably get a lot more muscle growth in werewolf form.
What if werewolves can't fucking get stronger though, dude? Because they're indestructible. All right, their muscles can't tear.
Well, there's multiple forms of adaptation.
Listen, a werewolf guy is gonna want to take steroids.
Yeah, I think
we'll let him.
Absolutely,
We'll let him.
Yeah, someone who is a werewolf, I think at one point will want to take steroids.
Are we gonna do the werewolf Olympics as well?
Yes,
that
definitely.
I would watch.
Like not eating the chicken.
Yeah,
that's event number 1. That's the 100-meter dash of werewolves.
18 werewolves in a circle with a chicken in the center. Oh god. Is it like those dog obedience tests where they have like the werewolf walk in a line past like a bunch of paper plates with like a bunch of toys and food, and to see like which werewolf can get?
He made it 27 meters.
Oh my god, he mauled the cameraman. There's at one point in this movie, to go back to like werewolves having consciousness. There's one point where werewolf does something intentionally cool, which is bite a guy's head off and throw it on the windshield of a car for psychological damage. That kind of actually changed a lot of the lore for me, because at that point, that's just a dick move. That's not strategic at all to getting the food. That's horrifying.
In fact, it's giving up some of the food.
Yeah, and the werewolf is having kind of a laugh. Like, I think the werewolf is having a good time in that situation.
I think the best part of this movie for me was just imagining that the werewolves were taking the piss the whole time, and like imagining them being outside the window like this, like just like dancing and be like and the people are like and they're like
Dodging them, yeah.
I was wondering about that, Jace, about like how many kills are going to be from the werewolves, because from the get-go, the first death of this movie on screen is a guy running into a tree with no foul play. Like he didn't nothing.
Yeah.
The werewolf didn't do anything.
If that was a realistic way of dying, that would
Yeah.
happen actually really frequently because people run on trails all the time.
Yeah, I've run into a tree before. Like, and the guy runs into a tree branch and it goes through his whole body and he dies. And there is no werewolf involved in this process at all. And I was like, what is happening? Like, how many of deaths are going to be from just them hanging out, freaking
Slapstick
out,
sort of stuff.
maybe?
Yeah, I think that's a product of the budget, you know, where they were just like, fuck, we got to get rid of one of these guys. We don't really have like a torn apart. We used all the sausage already.
The intestines.
The intestines are literally just pieces of sausage.
Yeah, like the
They even have the things where, like, because intestines don't have like segments like that.
The guy had links in his intestines. He's like, oh no. And like, there was one point where the dog is like pulling on the bandages. Do you guys?
Yeah.
That point, and do you guys think of those as intestines? The dog.
I did too. I did, yes.
Yeah, we had a conversation, about what it was.
I was
They
like,
said that
oh
in the-
fuck, control that dog.
In the IMDb, the director said initially he wanted it to be intestines, but they made it bandages so it'd make more sense. But he was like, the audience is still going to think it's intestines, so it's still going to be just as good.
I think if your special effects are sausages, you shouldn't have multiple minutes long scenes about them. Like, it's not even just that the effects were sausages. It's that there were multiple scenes where the subject matter, things everybody was talking about and what they were showing on the screen was the sausages. Like, there's a scene about like, how bad is it? Well, as you can see here, his sausages are out.
Are hanging out. Yeah.
And we need to get him somewhere so that he can recuperate. And then after a while, it's like, how are the sausages, buddy? Okay, hang in there. You know, we're gonna do it. And then a few minutes later, they're like, let's sew his sausages.
We got a
up.
super glue with sausages.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about the dude's intestines.
Yeah.
And they kind of like shove it back in. And it's also incredible to have a movie that has like the crafty for the crew be part of the special effects. Like, I bet you they just cooked those right after just to have those.
It's literally ketchup and sausages.
The crew meal later. Yeah.
I thought it was funny when he was first trying to push them in because it's clear that there's no cavity. There's obviously just like
they're on
top of his stomach, so he's just like smushing sausages onto his stomach.
Jace, there's also another scene that when we had to rewind because at one point when they're trying to do the surgery sort of thing, she grabs the sheets that are on his stomach to like stop the bleeding, and she throws them off. But she accidentally grabs the sausages as well and throws them off. So it's just his bare belly. And we're like, wait, why did they use that take? But it's the same shot from when he punches him unconscious so that they can work on him.
Yeah.
Because, they kind of punch him, right? And I was like, what if he actually punched the guy? And then the actor's like, we're not doing another take. This is fucked up. I'm not doing this shit. You actually hit me. And then when they're reviewing the footage, they're like, oh shit, we have to use that take because she threw the sausages off. You can see it. And we went on the IMDb.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Well, all he needed to do is dub in one voice where he's like, oh, my intestines, you threw them. And I think that would have been.
It's like, oh, I'll go get them, I guess.
Oh, gastric bypass.
Yeah.
I saved some money.
So how many movies they dub shit in like that? Like, I feel like easy fix. Boom. Done.
Yeah.
This movie ends with blowing up the house, right? The way Private Cooper survives that is by going under 2-inch floorboards and just kind of being underneath this thermonuclear explosion that like the house is not just exploded, it's blown to fucking smithereens.
Disintegrated, yeah.
Like
Blow up the propane
toothpicks.
tank for the house. think.
Yeah.
Which they had the cellar this whole time. They didn't look for I mean,
Yeah.
it would have been traumatic to go down there and see all those bodies, but it's probably the most defensible position.
Oh, I think so. It's probably like one entrance. You can just kind of do a Spartan's last stand. And there is one werewolf down there with him where you get the Chekhov's silver where he stabs him.
Oh yeah.
That teeth thing with the sword.
Yeah.
I was gonna text you guys about that. That was nasty. Like, Ryan, do you remember this? Like where he's shoving the sword in the guy's mouth and his teeth are scraping against the sharp of the blade. It's like when you eat a Dorito the wrong way. Like if you turn the Dorito and you take a bite. I was doing that the other day to make Amber laugh, and it really hurt my mouth.
I actually have had a dental procedure where they inserted a wedge between my two front teeth and then filed the insides of them between the two teeth and then put filling in there. If you look, like, if you're ever hanging out with me, and you see my teeth in the right light, or like if you ask me to, I'll put a flashlight behind them, and you can see that the insides, like, of my two middle teeth are fake, and that's how they did it. They inserted a wedge and filed them down.
You have partially fake teeth.
Like millions of other Americans.
Part of your body is fake, just like Sasquatch.
Yeah, and if the thing got me, they wouldn't be able to reproduce it.
Oh yeah, you'd be missing. Holy shit. All right, saving that one. The dog saves the guy's life at the end, which I thought was weird because the dog is the farmer's family's dog.
Yeah,
what's the deal with the dog?
I've got a thing question. I thought he could make clothing, can't he? He just can't make metal?
No, it rips through the clothing.
Yeah, so he just wears different clothes.
So
he
every
takes
time
the victim's clothes.
That's so fucking.
What's the problem?
That's a little plot point in the movie.
Yeah, he fucking wears the clothes.
I forgot that
I
forgot that he like people get infected and they transform. I forgot that part. I forgot.
Oh damn it! I ate his goggles that he wears everywhere. Now they're gonna know I'm not him.
Did you just fart goggles? No.
What?
I think he just farted whole goggles.
Oh, you.
That was you. The dog saved his life. The dog is the farmer's family's dog, and it helps Cooper at the end. Like, the dog is helping them the whole time, and at no point, like, why would the werewolves leave the dog there? Like, why? Like, it's
well,
weird.
The dog actually turns into a human on the new moon.
Oh shit! Reverse werewolf got bitten by a human. Yeah, and the movie ends just like extremely suddenly. Like the house is gone, and it's like, we're good, we're done. There is a sequel that was written for this movie. You guys saw Dog Soldiers Fresh Meat?
No.
Apparently the part of the movie where Megan, who was kind of like with the group, who is secretly a werewolf, she cuts her hand on like a windowsill,
the glass,
right? Yeah, and they kind of like focus on it weird. Apparently that was supposed to be a setup for the sequel that they were already planning, where they that's where they find werewolf DNA, like people who are like looking at the remains and they're like, oh, what's this? And they like use that to make werewolves.
Blood and everything all over the entire farm isn't enough. They had to include that one shot.
And apparently the sequel is where Cooper meets the team of American soldiers that were supposed to be in his war games. Apparently that was the other team, not the special ops. It was supposed to be a team of American soldiers in canon. And this team of American soldiers are actually trained werewolf soldiers that can control their powers.
That doesn't make any sense for the plot of the first movie.
Well, you tell that to them. And this
trained American werewolf soldiers knew that the UK army was about to figure out werewolf soldiers.
Yep.
And what does the US do best? Fuck things up for other people.
So they said it's never going to be made because he said he can't figure out the rights for it. But it's out there, folks. If you want to read about the plot.
I have a couple nitpicky points I would love to bring up and just kind of shit on this low production movie.
Please. It's about time.
Did you guys hear when she was describing her interactions the prior year? So she was keeping a secret the whole time, but it wasn't the secret she was actually going to let us in on. She actually knew the commander, the instructor guy, from the previous year when he was in the area looking into the werewolves, right?
Yeah.
And she said, and this is actually what she said. She said, I was seconded to his team. She said seconded. Yeah. Like I was the second person. I was put in the position where I'm the second in command, so I was seconded to him.
Yeah.
But she said seconded.
Seconded, which sounds
and
like
they kept that in.
Yeah.
I think that's how they talk, right?
The writer, whoever wrote that, wasn't there. And then nobody on set caught that she said seconded. And she
It's
just
gotta-
read it off the script. And it's
It's
one of
like-
those things where like you maybe have only ever seen a word in a book and had never like heard someone
Yeah.
say it, which is not really like a, someone to nitpick on. But I just like things like that are just hilarious to me. And we had to pause it and be like, what the fuck did she just say seconded? And we turned the subtitles on and it was seconded.
I think what you said about the gut scene where they have like one roll of film,
Yeah.
and they're in the middle of nowhere, and they're like, "All right, let's."
She just
Some
said
people,
seconded.
some people say that. Like, I think some people say seconded. Yeah, like it's like watching Harry Potter for the first time in theaters with a bunch of kids. Where we heard Ron say "Happy Christmas," and I remember I heard a kid be like, "What?" Like he was like, "You can't say Happy Christmas," and I think maybe it's a British thing.
And then
I think she was. I'm looking now. I wanted to look up the etymology of this. Etymology, is that the correct word? And there is
etymology. Entomology is insects.
etymology.
Ironic.
There is second, like you're saying, and then the second instance on Google is a British verb,
Okay.
and the pronunciation is with the A
Second?
with two dots, which is
Second?
Yeah, seconded.
Where's the A?
I think that A with two dots is a long A, right? Seconded.
Is there A in seconded?
No, but
Isn't it not and?
second, second. The British
Oh, but
verb
it's
is
pronounced
pronounced
like the A.
second. Yeah,
I think that might be
and it's a
like
verb.
and,
It's a verb, and it means transfer temporarily to another employment or another position.
Oh, okay.
And the actual
Alright.
it
I can
says
see that,
I was
second.
seconded to a public relations unit.
British folks at home, this is your chance to finally strike back at Ryan.
Yeah,
for making fun of your culture.
This is
for
your
years.
this is your time to really lay it on me. I've just been mansplained right here on my very home turf.
Just DM us British people if Ryan is wrong about pronouncing seconded. Ryan, do you have another complaint about this movie?
Yeah. A major plot point is that they're isolated. And she says twice she describes how isolated they are. And she says it's a 40-minute drive to the nearest town. And she says we're 4 hours, meaning maybe like, I don't know, by foot maybe, or maybe by car. I think so. At one point she even says like by car.
40 miles as the crow flies.
Yes, she said. Yeah, that's right. She said 40 miles as the crow flies from Fort William. I've been there.
Nothing's 40 miles from anything in the UK.
Nothing's 40 miles from like everything is 40 miles from Fort William. Fort William is like on the ocean. It's like a major city for Scotland, sort of, by Scottish, sort of it's like a big town. And there's everywhere. There's like 20 distilleries, like famous distilleries within 40 miles of Fort William. There's a lot there. And they literally cannot be that isolated.
Maybe she's like, well, yeah, those other towns suck though. It's not even worth going.
Yeah.
Fuck Speed Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Like Oban is like right there. Like Loch Ness is like 15 miles.
Oh, here
from
we
Fort
go.
William.
Here we
no.
go.
This is. I'm stopping you right here, Ryan.
Maybe
no,
there's a connection.
We're already an hour and 20 minutes in. We have to stop. Okay. We're gonna watch the Loch Ness. We'll do it some other time. We gotta do the meters.
Three-quarters of the Loch Ness monster is fake. It's the part below the water.
It's real. Dog meters. This is gonna be, I would say, a 7 on the woofometer for me.
On the dog meter.
This is more.
Are we going back to the dog meter, or are we doing a werewolf meter?
You want to do a werewolf meter, or you want to do a dog meter?
I mean, I kind of would rather do
meter's
a
pretty
werewolf
funny.
meter.
I mean, it's kind of
Dog meter is
move.
my score is gonna be a lot lower.
I'll do a werewolf meter, really quick. All right, I'll do a quick werewolf meter. All right, fuck it. This is high. All right, this is a lot of werewolf. I'm gonna give it a 7 though. There's gonna be some ducks. Okay, no changing scene because there's a scene where he kind of ducks under the table and he has like glowing eyes like Thriller. That doesn't count. I need to see like the clothes ripping off. I need to see the hair coming out. He's like, I'm turning. Blah, blah, blah. I need to see that shit. That's not in there. It's got to be on a werewolf meter. I think the rules are being broken here, right? Moonlight is hitting Megan. She's not turning. I think that breaks werewolf rules. I don't like that. Okay? I need to see more werewolves, just like full body shots. Like they didn't show enough of the werewolf. They're kind of shadowed. They're kind of hidden. I like to see full on werewolf. They are standing upright though. It's proper werewolf form. It's none of that Twilight Jacob shit where he's a big dog. That is not a werewolf. Fuck that. All right. It needs to be a half man, half wolf, and I think they got it there. I like the design. They're ripping people. They're hunting. It's cool.
I think that was one of the coolest transformation scenes I've seen in werewolf media. I think they did him right with the yellow eyes and the cool fingernails.
Fingernails are cool.
But Werewolfometer, I mean, like, it was obviously the subject of the movie. They didn't get, like, Werewolf got like 10 minutes of total screen time in an hour and 40-minute movie. I think I'm gonna have to go like with a 5. I think this would be average on the werewolfness.
5
movie.
boons.
Man, I'm going 8 on the werewolf meter.
Oh,
Like, at the beginning, I was like, this werewolf movie sucks. But then by the end, I'm like, dang, this is like, what more could you want from a werewolf movie that's not like from a werewolf's perspective? Like, I think we got all the major stuff here. Like, we got a long, really long, very drawn out werewolf fight. They didn't like hide the monster for the very end, and there wasn't only just one of them. They had this whole thing about packs. I don't know. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay, I respect that. It's only one higher than mine. All right, it's a werewolf movie.
Fuck you.
I want to see werewolf romance, dude. I want to see 2 werewolves.
I want to see a werewolf shower scene.
yeah. I want to see a werewolf
Shower?
having a shave.
Oh, he's shooting for a job.
I don't know.
I want to see if they brush their teeth in the shower.
Yeah, I want to see a day in the life of a werewolf.
Not so different from me after all.
Whose movie is next? Jace?
Well, we're not reviewing the movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Fuck this movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 5. I think. All right. I'm gonna go straight down the middle. All right. I didn't love it. I think it dragged a little bit. I think it had pacing problems. For a werewolf movie, it's pretty good though. This is like for considering the premise, I think they did a great job with their budget. It was very economical, but I think it was straight down the middle for me. I also, like I said before, the whole like nothing's gonna kill these werewolves. I was just like, these guys are fucked. There's not a lot of tension here. I need something that's kind of more exciting, that kind of draws me in. The characters were good in here, but I think I need a little bit more because I was checking the clock a little bit on this movie. A 5 moons.
I'm giving it 5 werewolves howling at the moon as well. I think it's a fun movie, and I would recommend it to someone. And, there's something to be said, I guess, about what they did with the plot. But it's in that genre that I don't like. Like, exterior to the werewolves portion of it, it was just like kind of a mill flick. Like, so much of the focus was on military.
What version did you watch? There were almost no MILFs in this entire movie.
Wait, you said mill? Oh,
Mill,
flick.
M-I-L.
Like,
M-I-L.
Is that a term? It sounds like you really said that you said mill flick.
I mean, those werewolves were kind of
send me the
hot.
link.
One of them was a mom. Yeah, 5. I think it was it would be a higher score if it leaned into being funnier. But I don't know that it intended to be funny. It just was with how the werewolves were teeing, like you said. Like the werewolf boxing match was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8. I love this movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I was along for the ride. Recommend this pretty much to anybody who has an attention span and can pay attention to shit and doesn't get like bored, because the beginning was kind of bad. But I don't hold the low budget against it. I love that sort of stuff, especially for horror movies. I watch a lot. And comparing this to like the average shark movie, like this rips. And I think it's not fair to not grade it on a curve. So I'm gonna do that. I was rip roaring the whole time, and some of the dialogue was so intense that I had to rewind it to be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Because I'm just like entranced with their, with these Scottish and British people just going off.
It's boom.
It's boom.
Yeah, I thought, I don't know, and also you have to kind of grade British stuff on a curve because they're really not that funny, and you kind of have to be like, oh, I get it, I get what they're going for. They're trying. It's like everything's a student film over there, so this is pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 8.
They did a good job with what they had. There you have it, folks. Watch
It's also
Dogs.
like in my favorite place in the world. So
Yeah, it's beautiful. Watch Dog Soldiers, guys. I think it's worth watching. Let us know what you think about this thing, and if you think of any other werewolf movies you want us to see, all right, send us a DM, right, and we'll put it on the maybe list of werewolves. Jace, you do have the next pick. You don't have to say it now if you don't want to, but if you do have something, you can say it now so the audience has something to salivate over for the next week, like a bunch of wolves salivating over a chicken.
I
in the
just need to see how
Wolf-Olympics.
much if this costs money to watch. So, I have a question. I don't want to watch it if either of you have seen it. The Last Stop in Yuma County.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know what that is.
We're watching The Last Stop in Yuma County.
I've
What is
never even
that?
heard of this.
The Last Stop in Yuma County is a thriller/crime movie where
Ooh.
two people who I think robbed a bank end up stopping at a roadside diner in like the 1960s or something, and then kind of crazy
What in the world? Jace, where did you hear about this?
places.
You just find it in a cereal box or something? What the fuck?
Maybe.
Okay, sweet, dude. I'll fucking watch this movie in 2023. It's a new one.
Oh, it's a Jim Cummings.
He's
I love Jim Cummings. I guess he didn't make it, but it's starring him. If you end up liking this movie, check out his other movies. He directs movies and writes them himself.
He wrote a werewolf movie, directed
Yeah.
and starred in a werewolf movie.
Yeah, I've
called
seen it.
Wolf of Snow Hollow. Any good?
It was probably my least favorite of his movies, but
Okay.
it was good.
All right, folks. Where can we see this, Jace?
Oh,
Have to go to like a fucking Sundance or
Shit.
something? Might have to buy a ticket.
this is a renter. Look, oh, I didn't think about this. I'll send you $4.
What is this?
No, I can do it.
1920?
$4 for a house in 1920.
I'm actually looking forward to this, and I'd probably watch it if you decide to change the movie, so we can just watch it.
Okay, great. Last Stop in Yuma County. Watch it, folks, along with us if you want, or just listen to us talk about it. It's your choice. Shall we send these folks off? Send them back home with a piece of werewolf advice. Remember,
Oh!
When?
you
Ow, 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 ow!
On
the
Moon.
we got it.
That's some legit advice.
Remember when you ow on the ooh. Remember to ooh on there. Ooh.